Cracked open the bag of spares that come with the doors. Just seeing what we've got. So we've got inner door handles. There we go. So they're the inner handles. We have got the seals for the handles, a pair. We've got the inner door trims, door handle trims, sorry, in there. We have these parts, which looks like what go in the, yeah, they go in the gap on the door card. They sit in there for the lock bit, and then that's the lock hand button that goes through them. And I believe these two look like there's something to do with that as well. So that's those. We've got the glass clamps, so they hold the windows onto the frame. We've got these corner pieces, which are going to be for the trims. Yeah, they go up. I believe these are going to go up inside here. Oh, not even pointing the camera. They're going to go up inside here, I believe. And then these ones are probably for that, which they are, yeah. So that's those. We've got a shed load of these clips that hold the door card on. I've ordered extra, well, say I've ordered extra. I ordered them because it didn't come with them, but I appear to have about 50 of them. So I think they did come with the kit. What's this bit? Oh, these are nut certs. So they're basically pushing in the panel and then screw into them and splays them open to keep them there. So that's those. And then we've got two inner pull handles that obviously go on the door card. We've got various nuts, bolts, screws and door latch adjusters there. There's a pair of those. And some like door lock latch pins, like rods. So yeah, that's all that little lot. So really, when you look at it, there's not actually as many pieces as I thought there would be, so we might be all right. So what I need to do now basically is pull the doors out, lay them down and start masking them up, and I'll show you what I mean. Right, so really I'd like to keep the frames galv. So to paint the skins, I'd need to mask up all the frame. Obviously the more simple solution would be just to T-wash the whole lot and paint the whole lot. But yeah, I think I'd like to keep the rest galv if I can. So I need to mask it all off. I don't think I'll worry about the lip here where it folds over. I think I'll just mask the inner frame bit and let the outside become painted. So yeah, so I need to mask all that off before I T-wash it. I also want to fill all this with sound deadening as well. So yeah, so we've got to go all the way around it with masking tape and mask as much of it off as we can. So that's the next job, I think. There we go, that's one frame masked up. So yes, I want these edges painted, but I want to keep these galv. So yeah, we've done it all. I'm not too worried about the inside because obviously that's going behind the door card, so I'm not too fussed about that. I've done all inside there as well, inside all the window aperture, but left the folded skin empty. Oh, uncovered, sorry. I say I've got to T-wash all this yet, so I don't think I'll T-wash this bit. If there's overspray on it, fair play, I'm not bothered because it's all got to be undersealed. So I'm not too fussed about that. Or undersealed? No, what's the word? Sound deadened. So I'll leave all that. So right, got another door to do now. Okay, that is both doors masked up. So now I'm going to get the T-wash out and make a start on that, I suppose. Maybe not today. It's now 1:30. I don't know what the time is. The clock stopped. It's getting on. So yeah, maybe we'll come back in the morning and do that. But I'm going to get the T-wash out and have a little look. So directions. Surfaces must be clean, dry and free from all defective or poorly adhering materials. Degrease where necessary. Rinse with clean water and remove residues. Apply a liberal coat of the mordant solution by brush and allow to dry. If the surface fails to turn black overall, the most likely cause is contamination of the surface or the presence of a factory applied pre-treatment. Rinse the surface thoroughly and abrade. We won't be doing that. Remove all residue and reapply the mordant solution. Avoid over-application as pooling of the wash will result in the formation of fine brown copper deposits. After treatment, the surface must be rinsed with clean water to remove all the residues and then allowed to dry before priming. It also says it must have primer on within 48 hours. So maybe I won't be doing these just yet because I'll need to speak to the painter and see when he wants them. So, I'll have to go and have a chat with him, I think. Well, I've got my exploded diagrams and I've written down all my part numbers and stuff. See if I can link all that up to the inside. And then I've also got all these bits as well. So while they're in this state, I'm going to get the bits out and see if I can sort of fathom how they all go together. And then we'll need to get the wings out and then start getting them ready. Okay, I'm trying to build these bits up. They don't come with any instructions and they don't come with a packing list. I've just rung them up and said, look, is there supposed to be a packing list in there? Because obviously there's a massive bag of screws and bolts. I've no idea really what does what. I've no idea what you think should do what. Obviously, if you buy the bits from Land Rover like I have before when I've built up doors in the past, you buy the part number and you get that part number. You know, with this, I've just got a massive bag of bolts and they're generic ones. They're obviously not in Land Rover packets or aftermarket packages with the part number on. So you're kind of guessing at what they expect each bolt to do. If you know, even if they put them all in individual bags and wrote the original Land Rover part number on, you'd know what they were expecting them to do. For example, the central locking solenoid, there was nothing, all the screws that are in there are too small. So they don't grip in there. The only ones I found were these ones that were remotely close. And I managed to use those, but there's A2 left. And I need screws that size to go in the exterior handle. So I don't know if they were supposed to be for that or not, but there's nothing for those. There's no screws that hold the pull handle on to shut the door. There's nothing suitable for that. These are supposed to be, because he told me over the phone, they're supposed to be the ones that hold this down. But as you can see, there's not a great deal left holding those. Whether that's right or wrong, I don't know. But to me, that feels like that's not going to last too long. I might have to put some washers under there. They're generic M6s or M8s, whatever they are. Screw this down fine. We've got nuts to go on this bit. That's fine. We've got 2 nuts left, and that's one for each door to hold the panel on, and I presume their other M6s go around the outside. Again, don't know because they're not marked up as what they want them to be. I've got these 3 left here because I'm guessing they go in the door latch, because that's the normal kind of bolts you have on a door latch. These are the window guides. They hold the glass, but they don't really hold the glass tight, so I'm guessing they hope gravity will hold them in. I thought there might have been a rubber liner in there or something, but to be honest, there's nothing on the Land Rover parts list. It's just a grip as well. Whether it's supposed to come with a liner, I don't know. There's no window guide. I haven't seen those in the packets anywhere. So they might be there, but I've not seen them yet. So yeah, so at the minute, I'm guessing, or I'm using those for that. I'll have to use something different for the outer hand. I'll have to find something. And I've got these bits here, which I'm guessing go in here, but unfortunately the galv hasn't been cleaned out of here, so they won't fit. So I need to do something about that. So yeah. So basically, I've built doors up before. I've played with Land Rover doors, but you've got Land Rover part numbers when you order stuff. This is just a big bag of bits. So you don't know what they're expecting each part to do. So another to say, you'd think maybe not instructions, but at least a packing list, so you know you should have everything. Because I don't know if there's bits missing. You know, there is bits missing because I haven't got screws for this, but that doesn't, you know, I don't know what else could be missing. I could be bars missing. I could be, I don't know, anything missing. Who knows? But yeah, basically they pretty much said I was stupid. So I hung up. So anyway, let's try and get on. I'm not too impressed so far, but anyway, let's get on with it. Right, and here's a demo of these screws. Look. All right, I haven't quite got it centre. I don't don't know if you can see, but the top side of the head isn't even covering the handle. So I think that'll pull out of there quite easily. So I am going to put some washers on, I think. As it happens, the original screws that they sent wouldn't fit with the washers. They were too short, so I've put some longer ones in there. Only slightly longer, but enough to grip it. So I feel a bit better about those now. There was no obvious screws for these, so I found some myself. But yeah, they were missing in the kit as well. And the ones that I thought might have been for it are actually for the handles. So yes, so I don't know what should have been in there, but so far we're missing the ones that were in there and the ones that hold the actual grab handle in. Right, I just filed the little excess bit of galv off there and they've popped in. So that's where they go. That's to bolt down the lock surround. I've got the spare wings out, but I've noticed a problem. I thought they had the hole on the other side, which they haven't. So I'd have to make the hole for the snorkel. Also, what I'll have to do, it's already got the repeater holes, albeit in their original place, whereas I put them further down. I will have to make the holes bigger anyway, different shape. And yeah, I'll have to make holes for the extended arches and the light guards, etc. So, oh, and the roll cage, where the roll cage comes through here. You can see it on this one. I'll have to work out that hole as well. So the question is, do I just have these ones painted and not have those painted? The only issue with this really is that, which will obviously be fine when it's painted, and then this gap here. When I tried to put this new part on, I put riv nuts in so it could bolt up, and they've pulled out. So yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't know. I think it might be best just to have some wings painted, and then yeah, I was hoping to have all the holes drilled, have everything done now, so it can just be painted and bolted on. But obviously with the roll cage, I'm going to have to lift the roll cage up to be able to get the wings out. And I don't really want to make this immobile in the meantime, because I want to use it. So, yes. I don't know what to do really. Okay, I've stripped the wings down. I've cleaned up the bits as best I can. That hole was protruding, that hole was protruding, and so was that one. Actually, that one had a riv nut in it, so I've cut that out, smoothed that off. So yes, there will be some holes left over once the grill goes on, but I can just put some black rubber bungs in there, I think. I'm not going to bother getting them welded up. So yeah, so they're now stripped. There's the internals, so they're almost ready to go off for paint, I think, really. We are certainly getting there with all the bits, but that's the end of today. So I will be back tomorrow with something else. Okay, so back in this morning. First job today is to sort the indicators out. These wings have got the holes for the old style, and obviously I've got the new style TD5 ones. So what I've done is put a load of masking tape over, and I've got the hole there, so I'm going to trim that with a Stanley knife so I know exactly what the hole is. I have cut it off at the wing top. I don't suppose that hole is going to link up on the other wings, but it just gives me a reference point if need be. So I'm going to cut this out now and then peel all this off and transfer it over to the other wing. So let me show you that. Right, so that's the hole cut out of where the indicator goes. So let's peel this off and transfer it over to the other wing. And as it happens, it does line up if you put it on the top edge of the wing. So yeah, I've coloured that in. So we're now going to cut that out. Well, actually, I'll transfer it onto the other wing first and then cut it out. But yeah, so what we'll do, we'll just take a centre marking of this hole on here and then transfer it over so we're in the same place. Just shows Land Rover's, what's the word, measurements. As you can see, we're still on the top of the wing here on this side, but where I was on the other side, that hole was touching the bottom. We're now not. So I am just going to double check the measurements both ways to make sure that this is in approximately the right place. I mean, you won't notice going one side to the other, but I just want to make sure it's not like 20 mil out or something. So I'll just have a quick measure. Yeah, I've just measured. They are in the same distance from the front to there. It's just the heights are obviously slightly different. So with this one that's touching at the base and this one that isn't, but hopefully once we've done that, ours will be in exactly the right place. Yeah, the only thing I'm starting to think of actually is the orientation of the light, whether that should be round the other way. Let me look at that. Right, yes, I've turned it round. So the little indent is facing forward. The little indent is now facing forward. That's central, that's in the right place. And that distance from there to there measures the same on both. So we're pretty much bob on, or bob on for Land Rover anyway. Doesn't look good, does it? So I cut that one out. And then I noticed there was a little crack. It's full of filler. So it's obviously had something in this corner and they've decided to put a load of filler over it. Wow, that might scupper my plans. Right, well, the decision has been made. These are going back on the shelf and I'm not painting it green. I'm just going to have the doors and the bonnets painted the original blue, and we're sticking with blue. Bit of a shame, but I can't really take them wings off without them painted. I need to use the truck, and you know, thinking more about it, I'd have to have the bulkhead painted. Obviously I've then got to have the rear end painted, and yeah, I just don't know if I'd ever get round to having the bits done, so I'm just going to have it blue, sod it. At least then I won't be scared of using it. I think if I painted it green, I say I wouldn't be scared of using it, but I might be, mightn't I? So yeah, we're going to stick with blue. So, got the space heater out for two reasons. One, to get it ready for this season, because obviously I'm going to need it soon, just to make sure it all works before it gets too cold. And secondly, to warm up the bonnet so I can stick the sound deadening on. So that's another job for now. Let's get that done. And there we go. So we have single skin all the way around, and then double skin in all the holes, including the two big main ones. So hopefully that'll make a difference. I don't know if there is like an inside covering that you can get to go on those, but that's it's got to do something in it. It's better than nothing. So that's that done. I'm just going to put the heater on it just to get it to cure a bit, and then yeah, we'll go from there.